Restless with Paul Rosen.
Our diets, our Western diets in America are just really, you just don't realize how poor they really are.
What would you say to others who would like to feel better?
Sometimes you need to find the instruction. That's where the testing and everything comes in, because without that knowledge, there's no way I could have got to the point where I'm at today.
Straight talk about health.
And then I start preaching and telling them what I've been doing. And this guy named Paul Rosen has changed my life.
With your host, Paul Rosen.
By the way, the information contained in this program is not approved by the FDA, nor intended to treat, diagnose, or claim to cure any medical condition or disease as defined by Western medicine. However, skilled practitioners of many disciplines have found nutrition response testing to be a highly reliable supportive technology for assessing the health and fitness of the body's functional system.
Let's go right to the phones. Let's talk to Melissa. Good morning, Melissa. Thank you for calling. You're on the air with Paul Rosen.
Hi,
Good morning, Melissa. Yes, how can I help?
Hi, Paul. So I'm 55-year-old female, and once in a while I get the restless legs or jumpy legs. And I'm wanting to know, there's all kinds of crazy things you can do about restless legs, but what causes it and what can I do about it?
Well, the first thing is you have to stop eating sugar. I know nobody likes to hear that, but the bottom line is that's a must. So restless legs are often related to. Are you familiar with something called the autonomic nervous system?
Yes.
Okay, so you've got fight or flight on the one hand, and you've got rest and digest on the other. We call those are the two regulators of the autonomic nervous system. And so restless legs is just one symptom of an imbalance in that, in that part of your regulatory system. So it's it on the front side it seems complicated, but it actually really isn't. So we have to balance that system. We got to balance the go mode and the slow mode. So oftentimes people who have restless legs have thyroid issues to start with. And
thyroid checks out okay. So.
Yeah, so do many, and most people's thyroids aren't okay. They check out okay on the blood in a blood test. But they don't, your thyroid, let's put it this way, Melissa, your thyroid can't be okay if you have restless legs. It's impossible. It's an impossibility. It's mutually exclusive.
Gotcha.
So,
well, that's concerning.
No. It's not, I mean, we're not saying, immediate, oncoming death. But what we're saying is we're saying that over your lifespan of 55 years, many changes have taken place, and you really haven't been paying attention to some of the things that you really need to pay attention to now, and that's the various aspects of the lifestyle that you've been leading that have ultimately prematurely caused some organs or glands, including your autonomic nervous system, to be imbalanced. And all we have to do is find out what your personal nutritional deficiencies are and barriers to healing. Note, barriers to healing are things like food sensitivities or accumulation of chemicals or metals in your body that are adversely impacting, say in this case, your thyroid or whatever else. I'm sure that restless legs are not the only symptom that you're experiencing. So this is premature degenerative conditions, which absolutely do not have to exist, but you have to be willing to make changes in your lifestyle, and the sooner the better, because when you see these things like restless legs, there are other conditions underneath that are slowly developing that all of a sudden you turn around and a year later, 5 years later, 10 years later, you go, oh my gosh, I have this disease. And, all could be averted if you just took action and responsibility sooner. So, hopefully you come see us.
Okay, I'll try and cut down on the sugar. If not completely stop it, then thank you very much.
You are totally welcome.
As I sip my coffee here this morning, Paul, what was that you said to me a moment ago?
Put that coffee down.
No, I mean besides that. You said something about restless legs being related to sugar, an intake of sugar. Why is that?
I mean, sugar just is. It's that destructive. Sugar itself has that much destructive power in the human body.
Okay, so what are, for my own edification too, what are restless legs to begin with? What does that mean?
Well, it's oh my gosh. When you're oftentimes it happens when you're at rest or when you're, starting to go to sleep. You feel like your legs feel, it's like irritated, like you can't keep still.
Is it like a tingling or something like that? Or do your legs actually start bouncing up and down?
Depending on the individual. Very common. It's a very common experience. And something which is really uncomfortable. It makes it very difficult to relax, to rest. And the issue with restless legs, and I hope Melissa's still listening, is that the solution to the restless leg issue is not just stop eating sugar. You've got to find out specifically the unique underpinnings, right? The unique factors of each individual in order to address it successfully. And I have been very successful with that particular condition, but I need to be able to evaluate an individual and find out what the nutritional deficiencies specifically and what the barriers to healing specifically are adversely impacting that individual. So you can't just go like, here, take this pill. That is not addressing the root cause of the issue. And therefore, other more exciting and undermining things, are in the offing. The longer you wait to address the root cause of the problem.
One more note, you can get a free chapter of Paul Rosen's book, The Missing Piece. Just go to his website, acunatural.com, acunatural.com, and fill out the dialog box that pops up. Rest assured, no information you provide will ever be shared with anyone else. So, what are you waiting for? Get going on your personal road to wellness today.